Well, good evening, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So, in the yesterday session, team, we were talking about our configuration of grades in the system and then the configuration of jobs in the system, team. So, we have completed with our grades configuration and then we also discussed what is the difference between job and position in the system, team, right? What are the fundamental difference between jobs and positions, we understood, team. And in the yesterday session we completed with our job configuration also in the system. So in the yesterday session we completed with our job configuration also in the system, team. Now we have to start with our positions in the system. So what are positions? I explained you yesterday, team. And I told you positions are optional in the system also. So if any clients want that position concept to be implemented, team, you can define that. So here, in order to configure the positions, team, we have a task name called manage positions. What is the task name, team? Manage positions. Go to the system and then from here we should come to setup and maintenance. Okay, setup and maintenance. Search with your task called team manage positions. This is the task. So go to manage positions and then you can create your positions, team. Click on create and you will land upon create position, team. So here the basic details tab, effective start date. So this one, why it is coming like this name? At the enterprise level in this instance, someone hard coded with that date. That is the reason. So I'm giving my effective start date. Usually what we have, team 1/1/1951. Then team name of the position. Let's say yesterday we created the job by name manager. Okay, or a consultant, whatever it is, team. So now let me create with a position by name sales manager, team. By name sales manager, team. Position. Yesterday we configured job called manager. Now I'm configuring the position called sales manager, team. Go to the system. Let me define Tata sales manager, right, team? Then the code concept, team, generated automatically. Go to the enterprise configuration screen, this one, team. Check out there, position code generation method. Even yesterday when we configuring the job code generation method, how it is coming. For positions, team, position code generation method. Okay. So whether it is manual or automatic, that will be decided from enterprise level in the system. Currently in this instance, team, someone enabled it as automatic. That is why that is coming as automatic, team. That's okay. Then create position is the action reason concept, we all know, team. Here you have to focus the most important understanding here. I keep on telling to you from day one, in Fusion application, all the workforce structures will be mapped to business unit. But these four, we are mapping to BU via reference data set. But positions, I always tell you, positions are specific to business unit. We don't have RDS concept, team. For remaining workforce structures, jobs, location, grades, departments, and positions. These four to map to BU, we have RDS concept in between. Correct? How that happening? We all understood by this time. But whereas positions, team, they are specific to business unit. Means, team, directly system will ask you whenever you configuring the position, under which business unit you want this position. Select it, drop down. So under what BU you want it. So whatever the business units you have, team, you can search. As of now, one of the existing in this demo instance I'm using by name India Business Unit, team. In our case, whatever the BUs that we define in the system, they will team. See, directly we are mapping the position to BU. No RDS concept here, team, right? Then while you configuring the position team, parent position concept asking here. What do you mean by parent position team? Within positions, we have the concept of defining the hierarchy in the system team. What do you mean by hierarchy team? See, client given you all the list of positions to configure team. Some 100, 150, 200 positions client given to you. Okay. From top to bottom, what is the hierarchy within them? What is the topmost position? Let's say I have a chairman at the top, followed by CEO, CFO, directors, country heads, state heads, from gatekeeper, entry level, gatekeeper, watchmen, okay. From this level to top chairman or the director level team, which position is coming after which position? What is the hierarchy within them? We have to define the fusion system. For that team, we have two ways to define. One is position trees. First, you can define all your positions in the system team. Whatever client using the position titles, you can define. Next, you can go to trees and you can define what is coming after what in the system. If not that team, we have one more concept called use HCM position hierarchy. Means parent position concept system will give team. While I'm configuring the position, if I keep my cursor, position which is one level up in the hierarchy. Simple. Parent means what? Position which is one level up in the hierarchy. Means sales manager, I am configuring team now. So if any employee working as a sales manager, once he get promotes team, next immediate is what team? The next immediate position in the hierarchy team, that we have to tag as a parent team. So in this business unit, if I have anything, I can search them team. Let me search, but I don't have anything. One second. Okay, I have something called sales representative, but not in this BU. In the demo instance team, first time I'm configuring this one, but I don't have any parent position to give under India BU. Let me select India BU and let me find out if anything related to India business unit we have that. Let me search. Okay. Say I have something like team, a director service desk or something, some position in the India business unit already configured this instance are there. I'm using them team. From where Kumar, these all are coming when you are searching means in this demo instance, prior to we creating this, already some data available that I am selecting team. See, now I'm configuring sales manager team. For this parent position, I'm giving as director service desk, which was already defined as a position in the system team prior to us that I'm using team. So while you configuring the position, you are building the chain. See, if you see a silver chain or any iron chain team, chain means what? You have all the joints together. That forms a chain, right? So here also team, while you configuring the position, parent position means just one immediate superior position in the hierarchy. Means if an employee currently working in this designation, once he promotes, immediate next hierarchy is what in my client company, director service desk team. So now I'm giving this as a parent. Okay. When this director service desk created as a position in the system, for that I would have added parent, parent to parent, parent to parent, child and children relationship here. So it's a chain block creating in the system. So this is one way of defining the hierarchy automatically in the system. Understand the logic team. I'm creating a position called sales manager now. For this, I am tagging director service desk as a parent position team. But when this position I am configuring in the system, for that also I would have added some parent, something like director, head of country, something like that. Or when that position I'm configuring, for that I would have added parent team. Parent to parent, parent to parent, internally the hierarchical chain is getting built. So we have in the Fusion system for the positions two ways to define the hierarchy. One is define positions, come to trees and arrange them in the hierarchical order that I will cover next. Or else automatically, if you want to define the hierarchy while you configuring the positions itself team, through this parent position concept, you can define the hierarchy. Just one level up, one superior position to this, you will add as parent team. I will give you one functionality here, team. Go to our enterprise HCM information, our control panel in the system team. Go to setup and maintenance. I want everyone to check it out today after the class. Come to manage enterprise HCM information team. Go to that task. Go to that task. Then team, at the enterprise level, you scroll down, you have here team, position hierarchy configuration. I told you these things I will talk when we come to positions team 1 week back. So here we have position hierarchy configuration, either trees or hierarchy. You people do this exercise. Come to enterprise, uncheck this option. Use HCM position hierarchy button. Then come to positions and create. This parent position field will be hided out. Hided out because you are disabling that feature team. So if you enable this at the enterprise level, while you configuring the position, this parent position field will come. So this is automatically building hierarchy within the positions. If not, manual way is trees team. Create all positions, then go to trees and you define. Next, I will tell you how to do that team. So this is about team parent position concept. So I want everyone tomorrow or today after the class, check it out this as a practice team. Uncheck this at the enterprise and check out at the position screen, whether parent position field coming or not team. So basic details, these things we can give team. Click on next button, position details. Position details tab team. So here, position, start date, parent position, code, then position description. If you come team, we have these things. Here, few of them are additional attributes team. This special code, area, Arabic name, please ignore them team. DFF concept we know. Someone in this demo instance practicing the DFF on this page team. So these we will not be seeing in the real time. Only these attributes only you will see under position description. Please ignore them team. Okay, in the real time you won't find that. So while you configuring the positions team, status active, department, job, location, manager, these all details we have to capture team. This position you are creating under this BU. In this BU, in which department, in which job, in which location, who is the manager, these all details we have to capture. Why department and location auto copied? When you give parent position team, from that they will get copied. If you want to change, you can change this team. So whatever the departments you configure, that all will come, you can map. Then whatever is the job. So yesterday we configured, no, Tata manager. I will add that job here team, Tata manager. See, so while you configuring positions team, job information we have to map in the system. While you configuring position, system will ask under which job you have to create this position team. So that details we have to capture. Location, whatever we configure team. Then manager. I keep on telling you from last 2 days team. In Fusion system, manager concept can be maintained at different levels. BU level, department level, now at the position level also team. See, while you configuring the position, you can tag who is the manager to that position team. So in the system, in the front end, whenever HR hiring any employee in this position team, automatically this person will become manager to those employees team. So do you want to maintain the manager? You can maintain here team. If not, system will check for the department business unit like that team. Okay. Okay. Then assignment category, full-time, part-time, lookups team. These all are just manage position lookups. If you go, these all are lookup values we can give. Any attachments, if you want, you can add team, up to you. So these things we can capture while we configuring the position in the system team. Next, if you scroll down, hiring information team, hiring status, proposed, frozen, approved. So see here team, while you configuring the position, if you want to have this position active live in the system, means in the front end, whenever HR hiring the employee, this position should be visible, means you have to create the position with the status of approved. With the status of approved. Hiring status approved. Then only this position will be live in the system. Means whenever in the front end, here team, when HR hiring an employee, my client group, usually for hiring team, in the core HR module, HRs will come to this front end screens, my client group, new person. Okay. Okay. Then hire an employee, right team? Then first two tabs are employee personal details, employment info team, basically assignment information of the employee, that all we capture. So let me choose any existing legal employers in the system. Some details I'm giving team, something, okay. Just mandatory fields I will give. Second tab is employee address, phone, email, here team. So while HR hiring an employee in the system, okay. Third tab is the place team, where we will capture assignment info. First, we will give BU team. So whatever the BU we have, that we will provide here team. Okay, in whatever the BU want to hire. Next, we have to capture these details team. In this BU, in which position. So here HR will come and search for the drop down team. So whatever the positions you create under this BU, that only will be visible. So if the position to be visible to the HR to capture to the newly hiring employee team, whatever the positions we configuring in the backend under that BU, the status to be kept as approved. Then only the position will be live. It will show to the HR for tagging to the employee while hiring team. If you keep proposed or frozen, it won't show. Then what are these, Kumar, when we will have use these statuses in real time? Proposed means what team? See, for example, see, in the initial time of implementation, all positions we will keep approved and we will create team. Let's say team, our client already using the application from long time. Let's say team today in the month of April, today on 2nd April team, the business identified in the sales department, the respective department or BU, the business people identified that there is a need of one new position to introduce called sales manager team. In every company team, the business people will identify the required employees to work in the company team. Okay. For example, now in the month of April, business identified that there is a need of new position to introduce in the company called sales manager. And they want to recruit some 4 to 5 people in this designation of sales manager team. See, usually in every company team, when business identifies the requirement and they want people to be working in their requirement team, they will reach to HR department people and they will explain the situation, the requirement team. Then HR people will reach to finance department team, because in every organization, finance people are the people who have to release the budget to hire the employees in that team. I'm talking about several manual procedures team. What happened? That's a problem with demo instances, team. That's okay. That's okay. Just I will quickly go. Meanwhile, let me explain you, team. Okay. In every company team, several manual physical approvals will be happens, team. Means what? The business identified the requirement to have the position called sales manager. They reach it to HR team. HR shared the proposal to finance team. Finance people will put forward with the higher management and they will decide team. If everything is okay, finance will get the approval from higher management team. Then finance will allocate the budget to HR people. Then HR people will recruit the people in that designation and they will fill that position stream to the business. In a company, several physical approvals have to be taken in order to have a new position in the company team. So meanwhile, you can create the position with the status of proposed. Okay. So what I'm doing, Tim, now I'm configuring the position. Now I'm configuring the position with the status of proposed team. Means the position just proposed by the business team. It's not yet guaranteed. Okay. Just proposed. It went for several physical approvals team. Once everything is approved, then only the position will be active. So meanwhile, you can keep the status as proposed. Means the position just proposed in the company team. If that is the case, team, you can keep it as proposed. So if you create the position with proposed, it will create in the back end. In the front end, it won't be showing to you, team. Okay. So once the HR people also gets the approval, then they can come and they can change the status to, approved. Unless you keep the status as approved for the position, this will not be visible in the front end. When HR hiring an employee in this BU, this position is not visible in the drop down. So this is something that I can explain you why Oracle given proposed, what happens during that time. Sometimes the status of frozen also clients will be using. When team, okay, sales manager position introduced in the company, then the requirement is 5 people to be recruited. Okay, HR hired 5 people in this designation. For next 6 months, I don't want anyone to hiring as a sales manager. I want to stop hiring in this position team for next 6 months. So I can come and I can update my position with the effective start date, what are 6 months team, and I can keep the status as frozen. During that period, whenever HR hiring the employees in the front end, this position will not be visible. Frozen for that period team. So frozen proposed, if you give, position will not be visible in the front end team. So if you want the position to be active and you want to hire the employees in that, make sure the status as approved. Okay, that is what team. Then we have types within the positions team. An important 5-star marked interview question. What are positions? How many types of positions we have in the system? You will be getting the question like this, team. We have 3 types of positions, team. Single incumbent, shared, pooled. Pooled or none, both are one and the same. 3 types, team. Single incumbent, shared, pooled. These are the 3 types of positions we have in the system. What is that, Kumar? Position types means if I create the position with a type of, see, based upon the type, these 2 factors will be decided. We have concepts like FTE and head count team. Head count means number of people can assigned with this position team. Head count means what, team? Number of people assigned with these positions in the system. Head count. For how many people in the system, this position you can assign. You can share head count. FTE means the minimum working hours team. With this designation, an employee will work for how many hours? Let's say you take weekly as a measurement team. Our workday timings are there now. daily 8 hours, weekly 40 hours. So with this designation, any employee, an average, have to work weekly 40 hours stint. That is what FTE means. FTE 1 means that weekly 40 hours stint. So if you create a position with the type of single increment, FTE 1, head count 1, this is granted team. Head count and FTE 1, single increment, means at any point of time in the system, this position I can tag only to one employee. See, there will be such positions, team. Top management positions, if you take CEO, CFO, COO. Okay, in the companies, only one person will handle with that position team. There won't be multiple CEOs for any organization, right? Top management positions where only one person will be there in the company with that designation. That type of designations team you have to create with a single increment. The name itself, single incumbency, head count 1, FTE 1. So this position in the system, I can tag only to one employee in the system. In single increment, there is no option. Head count always 1. The type or the nature is that one, single. Okay. Only for one person, this position I can assign to. This is by default. No other option you can give. One and one only you have to give. If not shared, we have team. So I can give now FTE, how many people can share this. So let's say one portion of work, let's say 40 hours a week, I want to share with 2 resources team or 3 resources team, or I want everyone to work according to their headcount team. So 2 and 2 also I can go team, 3 and 3 means every person will have their weekly work. I mean, on a scale of 40 hours per week, if you take, everyone have to work accordingly team. But head count is matter here team. Head count, if I give 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it is team, whatever the head count I am giving here team, whatever the head count I am giving here team, for number of people this position I can assign team, means in this system under this business unit, maximum for 4 people this position I can assign in the system. Shared means you can give the threshold limit. How many people can share this position team? So FTE 4, head count 4. So single increment means 1 and 1. It's not 4 static team. Example, I'm taking 4. It could be 3, 4, 5, whatever the people that you want to share, you can give that team. So single increment means head count always 1, FTE always 1. Shared means you can decide for how many people you want to share this position team. If I configure with pooled, no need to give any FTE, any position. Pooled or none, one and the same team, no limitation. The junior level designations team in a company, associate, consultant, analyst, the basic jobs if you see team, a basic position titles if you see team, many people will be hired in that designations team. Okay. Mass hirings will happen in the designations team. Such designations you have to create with pooled. Pooled means no limitation team. This position you can assign in the system to as many people that you want team. There is no limitation in the system. So if you want like that, you can go with pooled team. So what is your client requirement? So currently I'm going with FTE and headcount 1, that is of single increment type team, this position. So next team, security clearance. This is a lookup team. Go to manage position lookup just for information, whether it is a sensitive position, top sensitive, but we don't give anything, leave it. Then probation period team is important because whenever we hiring an employee also at the assignment level, this information system will ask team probation period means what team, means what team. If an employee joins in the organization, what is the probation period that employee will be? So you can give at the position level only team, 3 months I'm giving. So whenever I hire an employee in this position, automatically the probation period will come from the position team, probation period. Then team, see these all are lookups team, union, bargaining unit. If you go to manage position lookups team, if an employee, if your client is from any automobile industry or sorry, not automobile, any manufacturing industry, if the employees are into different unions team, trade unions and all. So you can give employee hiring in this position, part of any union, bargaining unit, just for information team. No one will care about this. You can leave them. Even collective agreement, requisition, delegate, these related to ORC module team. So in ORC, we have job requisition, position requisition templates. So this position is part of what? These related to that. But we are not seeing from that perspective. Just while configuring the position team, position description, in the hiring level, these details you can stay focused team. Overlap allowed and seasonal we can discuss. Rest of them purely optional, not required team. Overlap allowed means what team here? I am configuring the position with a type of single incumbent team. What is single incumbent? I told you. This position I can assign to maximum one person in the system team. But overlap allowed if I keep yes, I am overriding this functionality team. I am overriding this functionality team means though I configured with single incumbent type, system will overlap that. This position I can assign to multiple people also team. Though I give it as single incumbent, this will override team. Overlapped means if you want this to be strictly followed, overlap allowed, keep it as no team. Then seasonality team. This is also interesting. Seasonality. What do you mean by seasonality team? See, your client having a requirement, something like this team. What is that? In a year, certain designations are there that will be hired only for a couple of months team. See, if your client is an agriculture based company team, some people hiring in some positions only in the particular months in the year. Throughout the year, we don't want them like a seed croppers or farm cutters. Like different designations are their team who will be required only for particular months. Or let's say team, simply I will tell you, in any Western countries, if you see team, they have a heavy snowfall in the offices in the winter seasons. So to have that clean, the office premises team, they will be hiring the snow sweepers every day in the morning to clear the snow at the office premises and all. Throughout the year, they don't require them. Yearly 3-4 months only their work will be there. The recruitment they will do only during that time, not throughout the year team. So positions while you configuring team, seasonality if you enable, you have to give season start and end. Here year is not matter team, every year. So from April 1st to July 31st I am giving. Year is not a matter. Every year between these months, April to July, this position will be active in the system. Whenever HR hiring the employee in the front end, within these months, if HR hiring, then only this position will be visible in the front end team. Throughout the year, the position will not be visible. Only that months it will be visible team. So any such designations are there. Yearly only minimal months you want to use the position team. Then you can go with that option of seasonality team. If not, no. Then team, we have budget concept here. See, this is also optional team. Mandatorily, every client will use this. I can't say that yes team. Optional. What is that team? See, in every company, there will be a concept of budgeting team. What do you mean by budgeting? Company will allocate a budget. Let's say 50 lakhs company allocated for this position team. So company in a plan to recruit 4 or 5 people in this, let's assume. All their salaries, HR people should sum up within that 50 lakhs. Means Management given 50 lakhs budget to the HR department for this position. So whomever they hire, their total salaries of that year to be sum up to maximum 50 lakhs team. So that is a budget given for the HR department to hire the employees in this position team. So if you have anything like that team, you can give the budget 50 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Example, I'm giving 50 team. Then the currency. Okay, currency. Okay. Then team, cost center information. This I will tell in payroll team, what is cost center, costing of positions and all. We can capture the rest of the things. Budgeted position, yes. Then funding from existing position. Sometimes team, for the position directly client, the business might not allocate the budget team. From other positions in the business unit, this position can share the budget team. So if that is the case, funding from existing position, yes, and you can take team. What is the other position in this BU configured? I can select that. From that position, 50 lakhs will be shared to this BU position team. So like that also we have flexibility. If it is having own budget, we can select this and you can capture team. So if client using this concept, you can maintain at the position level, this budget details also team. Then work terms. What is this team? Yesterday I told you, in Fusion system, the concept of grades you can maintain at the jobs while you configuring team. The job, when you tag to position team, the job what you configure, I have not given the job, that's why. Now see, let me give the job details here team. Tata manager job I am giving team. Now the moment I give, if I scroll down team, grade ladder, valid grades taken up. This extra information you do not require. See team, grade ladder, valid grades. Yesterday, while we configuring our job, I told you, right, in Fusion system, grade ladder, grades you can map at the job. These are all interconnected team. Now that job I'm mapping to position team while I'm configuring here. See, when I'm configuring sales manager position, I'm mapping the job. From this job, the grade ladder grades copied. It means whoever the employee hiring in the front end, in this BU, in this position, in this job, they will be hired in this ladder, either in B or C grades. So team, either at the job level or at the position level in the Fusion system, we can maintain the grades concept team. If you are enabling at jobs, that will copy like this team. And even entry grade also you can see team. So entry grade, grade C, and I'm giving step as C3. So whoever the employee hiring in this position, these all details, department, job, location, manager, grade, grade step, every detail will copy at the assignment level of the employee team. Then even standard working hours team. The workday timings concept also. Niche level will be positions team. We have department, legal entity, enterprise. Niche level will be position team. Even you can maintain that here, start time and time is all details team. So these are the things that we have to be capturing while we configuring the position. So that is why we have the concept of position synchronization team. Because these all details, whenever we hiring the employee in the system, HR level, at the assignments level, I mean to say, we have to capture all these details team. So the moment you give the position there, all these details already we are capturing at position team. So these all will be copied there at the employee assignment level. Then third and fourth tabs, even yesterday while we configuring the jobs team, we have them. Evaluation criteria profile. I told you we have separate module for this team, talent profile management. When we come to that, we will see that. Now it is not required in core HR. Just whatever I'm capturing team, that please take it as granted. No other thing you will work in the real-time projects team. Okay, click on yes. The position will be created in the system. Like this, all the list of positions that your client given to you, you have to configure them. So by this team, all our clients, organizations, and the work structures. We completed configuring team. What else we left out in Core HR module team? We have the concept of trees in the system team. And then we have few more concepts like person types, assignment status, person name styles team. Trees I will take up in tomorrow's session team because it won't get complete in next 15-20 minutes. But today I will take up the concept of person types in the system. Okay, in tomorrow's session we will start with our trees concept team. Today let me start with the next concept for the day, person types team. So what do you mean by person types in the system? For what we have this concept team? See, when we talking about person types team, we have two types of person types in the system. What are they, team? Whenever we're talking about person types in the system team. When we're talking about person types team, two types of person types we have in the system. System person type, user person type team. So system person type means all these things: employee, contingent worker, pending worker, non-worker. Okay. Means while we hiring the employee to determine what type of person he is in the organization. See team, we all know in Fusion system we have four types of work relationship. If I go to my client group, see team, once we complete the core HR module, once we hand over to the client, if the HR people started using team, if they want to hire the people in the system, from this week to transactions we are going to start. I'm going to tell all this detailedly, but let me show you quickly team. As a HR will come to my client group, new person, and from here they will perform the hiring team. For four of the work relationships, four individual tasks we have team. Hire an employee for employee relationship. For contingent worker, add a contingent worker. For pending worker, add a pending worker. For non-worker, add a non-worker. For four of the work relationships, four individual tasks are there team. So whenever we pick up anything, let's say I want to hire an employee in the system. If I go to this task team, worker type, what is this? Employee. So while I'm hiring team, the worker type coming as employee. Once I hire this person in the system team, if I go and check in the system, by looking at the worker type only, we can understand that particular person is what in the system, whether he is an employee or he is a contingent worker or he is a non-worker or he is a pending worker. See, it is for employee team. If not, if I want to hire a contingent worker team, if I go to this task, worker type, contingent worker team. If I want to hire a non-worker team or a pending worker, you can go to anything. Non-worker. See, system asking me what non-worker type, whether he is a benefits non-worker, just non-worker, paid, unpaid, pensioner, retiree, volunteer, what type of non-worker. So team, person types we have in the system in order to identify what type of person, what type of worker that record in the system team. So we have system person types team that is Oracle delivered. We cannot create system person type. All these are Oracle delivered. We have few more also team within non-worker. See, we have many things. Non-worker, paid, unpaid, retiree, pensioner, voluntary. All these are system person types team. So while we hiring, we will choose that team. What type of person, that employee or worker in the system team. So even anyone comes to the system team, when they search for any employee, by looking at that type only, we can understand what type of person. Within person types, we have one more concept called a user person type team. For example, you take employee. For example, you take employee. My client telling me, Kumar, okay, system person type employee team. Today I'm hiring a person, my client group, new person. I'm hiring an employee Kumar, full-time employee. The worker type is employee. Within employees, I want to maintain different categories within the employees. Means what team? My client telling, Kumar, in my company, different types of people will work, Kumar. Something like I have permanent employees, I have part-time employees, I have internship employees, I have student part-time employees, I have retired employees, I have rehired employees, I have expat employees. Expat means international employees coming from other country. My client asking me, Kumar, I want to capture all these categories within the system. I am hiring full-time employees. I mean, the worker type is employee. But within that, I want to maintain employee types or categories within them. All my employees are categorized into different types. How team? That is a business requirement. Simply my client telling, okay, Kumar, 4 relationships are there. We are hiring. Let's say today we are hiring an employee by name, some Suresh or Satish in my organization. But again, within the employees also, Kumar, we want to maintain subtypes because all our employees are categorized into different types. Some are full-time, some are part-time, some are apprentice, some are internship employees, expat employees, like that. So how? That is the reason Oracle given person type concept team. System person types, Oracle delivered. But for every system person type, you can create user person types. Employee is their team. You will collect the list from the client. Client will give you the list team. You will create, let's say, user person types like this team. For employee system person type, I can define user person type. Where it will be team user person type, while HR hiring any of the work relationship I'm talking, it's not about only employee, conti, non-worker, pending worker, anyone. Third tab, when we go team, see, first 2 tabs, employee, personal level info, all these things team, some legal employer, some random details I'm giving team, some Ramesh, okay, Nair, something I'm giving here. All the mandatory fields I'm giving. These all things I think from your batch only created, DFFs, huh? Okay. So see team, while we hiring an employee, today I'm hiring an employee in this legal employer by name Ramesh team. He's an employee. Then if I go to this third tab, employment info tab team, employment info tab team. If I come here, person type, see at the assignment level, system person type is employee. I'm hiring Mr. Ramesh as an employee in this legal employer. But within that subtype at the assignment level, see employee, apprentice, expat, retiree, student worker. See, so he is an employee, but again, he is apprentice type of employee. He is retired employee. He is student worker type employee. So simply you want to maintain any employee types team, different categories that your employee are divided into. You want to maintain that information. Oracle given the concept called a person types. So system person types are Oracle delivered. These things are customizable team. What you are seeing here, these are user person types team. These are customizable. So when we go for the project implementation team, all the user person types for each system type, we will collect from the client. So whenever we hiring these employees team in the assignment level, we can use them and you can hire that employees. How the configuration will happen means go to the system. Okay. Go to the system. Okay. Setup and maintenance, right team? Search with a task called team person types. Person types. Manage person types. So this actually moved to Redwood team. many of the configurations. We are going to see the configurations from Redwood UI only. So when you come to person types team, the first section you observe, what is this team? System person type. These all are Oracle delivered. Huh? See, our employee, contingent worker, non-worker, paid, unpaid, not managed by HR, then pending worker, retiree, volunteer. Okay, see, it is all Oracle delivered team. What we are seeing while we hiring the employee. So team, for my employee system person type, I want to define this user person types team. So select that system person type team. These are Oracle delivered. We cannot customize. Select employee team, system person type. For employee, all the user person types we can check. See, the moment I came to this screen team, by default, this person type came with this employee team. Why? Because that user person type made it as default in the system. By default, that field should come with that value. But you can go and edit and you can give defaulting is checkboxed. So when you come to person types team, when you select system person type here, that system person type related user person types you can check out. See, these things only you are seeing: employee, leave of absence, expat home, expat host, retiree. These all things are from there. Now let me create team here quickly. For my employee system person type, user types I'm defining. Add. What is that team? Let's say intern. Intern. I'll give for our understanding purpose. I'm including with Tata active. If you want to make this as default team, you can make it team, or else just save it. Then add. Okay. Tata part-time employee, add. Then Tata rehired employee. Like this team, all user person types you can map here team. See, whatever you want for the employee system person type, all user person types I added team. Now submit, submit. Now let me go back. Let me refresh the screen and come in again team. Go back, hire an employee. Okay. Now quickly let me hire an employee team in any of the existing legal employers. So I'm hiring an employee. Excuse me. All the mandatory fields I'm giving quickly. Okay. Now you please observe. This is the worker type, employee. If I go here, team, next, next. Now employment info tab. If I come in the person type area, my Tata intern part-time rehired coming up team. See, so this is how team. So when we are in the project team, what user person types for what system person types client want, we will collect from them team. So in the front end, whenever HR hiring an employee team, they can be using this person types. Something like they want to categorize the employees into different types team. All that types we will check from the client and we will create them in the system. The task name is what team? Manage person types in the system. So next, for contingent worker, what all you want? For non-worker, what all? Pending worker, what all you want? So whenever you hiring them team, when you come to the employment info tab, you will get those user person types coming for conti, pending, non-worker also. So the main purpose of having person types in the system is to, in order to maintain the categories within the employees team. If your client have something, they want to bifurcate their employees into different types, then you can able to use this concept of person types in the system team. So I'll conclude here for today team. Tomorrow, as usual, in the morning, we will have no change in the timings team. We will try to complete trees and also these two left out concepts team. Maximum by tomorrow, we will complete our configuration side of the core HR module team. So let me go to the questions for today. Any questions in today's session team? Dheeraj, the user person type is globally set, means it has nothing to do with legal entity HR. Yes, that is nothing to do with legal entity or HR. That by default comes in the system. that is nowhere related to any legal entity or any roles, nothing. It is related to worker type that we selecting, Dheeraj. Okay. Then Deepika Chowdhury, the BU level location assignment only allows selected the city Hyderabad, but not specific. Deepika, in the demo instance, what you created locations are there that are searchable. Whatever the instance you are using, people created with the name of Hyderabad, they don't by default delivered. Locations we have to configure here, all addresses. Whatever you define under your respective set, they are searchable. Madhapur, Uppal not coming means that locations not configured in the system. Okay. In the demo, only Hyderabad they defined. Someone who defined, I'm using that just to save our time. But while you practicing what locations you create, that you have to use for your departments, BU, everything. Then since the position is not mandatory, how can we? Obviously, if the positions concept, if you are not using the FTE, the sharing or pooling of positions or incumbents of single incumbent type, you cannot validate with jobs. That is the reason Oracle given one more concept separately, positions. If client want to maintain that, they have to go with job and position simultaneously. If client don't care about all these things, Kumar, just I want designation to capture, then just go with jobs. Positions not required to you. And I see that position task has more option details and validation in which task. Same question. Whatever the second question you're asked, third also the same answer to that. An organization, the domestic help employees like cleaner, security gate or position types, or are they categorized differently? If you want to categorize, it means, as I told you, person types is what you can use for them. Any classification if you want to maintain within that. And Mehra, Kumar, can we set up workflow for creating for everything, Mehra, not only for position, job, grade, department, everything what we configured, you can set the approval flow. But separate module we have workflows and approvals. When we come to that, we will see how to enable all the approval transactions in the system. And one more question from Amar for single incumbent position. I think Amar, this question already I have explained in the session. For single incumbent, we cannot go with other options. By default, 1, or else system will error out. And if both use position hierarchy, use position trees are unchecked, does that mean position hierarchy? Obviously. Though you configure the trees, that will be nowhere useful because someone should ask me by this time, Kumar, you are saying that hierarchy within the position. First of all, why it is needed? Why we are arranging them in the sequential order? There is a specific usability team that I will tell you in tomorrow's session actually. If you are not enabling them at the enterprise level, Amar, the actual usability of position trees or the hierarchy what you define, that will not at all useful the place where we are using them. So if the trees or the hierarchy what you're defining the in the positions, that has to be used as you that has to be useful at the place where we are using them, then you have to enable that. If you disable, no use. You create it, just screen level it will create. Nowhere, if I assign this to respective areas where I want to use them, this will not work anymore in the system. So enablement of that is a prior task. That is why I went to this task and I told you we have to check box them. Then you create the hierarchy of position. Then use them. Where to use them, I will tell tomorrow. In AOR concept, in security profiles concept, in approvals concept, we will be using these position hierarchies. That I will touch base to you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, just a follow up on that, Kumar. If both are checked, does that mean I can also do the automatic position hierarchy setup
Both you
plus
can use
the trees?
because wherever we are using these concepts, AOR or these things I'm telling no, there we have the option whether you want to trees to use or you want to use HCM hierarchy position HCM hierarchy to use. Both you can use. Okay.
Okay, probably one last question, right? So when you are showing the transactions, in your examples, you are selecting Singapore legal employer and then India business unit. I mean, since
Because business units are by default global in nature. This actually I mentioned, you might be missing somewhere. BUs are global in nature. You can use the BU for multiple legal entities also.
So they're not linked to legal entity.
They
Okay.
are not linked. If you want to implement a thorough validation, your expectation is what? If I'm hiring in a Singapore legal employer, when HR come to this tab, only Singapore BU should come in the
BUs
drop.
must come.
That is
Yeah.
what your question.
Yeah.
That we can achieve through the HR rules to what data they can limit to the BUs. But by default functionality, Oracle given BUs as an open source, no mapping to any legal entity. But it's an understanding in the business because companies will operate accordingly as per your expectation only. That is why I'm telling under legal entities, BUs will come. But actually, this concept is open.
Okay. Maybe when you define the entire organization tree, that will give more insight.
You will understand exactly what is coming
Okay.
under.
Nice. Thank you.
Well, team, then we'll conclude here for today. Let's join back tomorrow at our regular time in the morning. So 8:10, please join team every day because 10 minutes, I need some break time between session to session. So 8:10 tomorrow morning, you please attend team. Thank you, everyone.